Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's your power card. That is the Hermit. That is the Virgo energy. Usually I would say something about us, protecting our inner light, looking for the guidance within, kind of being a reluctant leader to others, right? Kind of being as a lamp in the darkness, leading the way for others who are coming behind us. But in your case, we need a few more cards. This is really your power. This is you stepping into your true nature. You can do anything you want, right? So we got to see how this might manifest. Yeah. Let's do some more cards here. Let's see what else we might get. We've got the Devil energy. Interesting. A lot of ambition. We still have this idea of solitude. Okay. A Tower. Okay. Maybe this is your desire to change the world, your plan to change the world. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of major arcana already. This is the Eon card. This is taking the world into a new era, right? And the Luster Strength card. If we get one more major arcana card, one more. Wow. This is, a lot of fire. Right? A lot of fire here, and a lot of earth and fire, even with the Devil energy, cardinal earth, fire and earth. And of course, your Hermit is earth energy. A lot of fire and earth here. This is the magic recipe for creation, for manifestation, right? Fire and earth and Wheel of Fortune. We did it. We did all 6 major arcana cards on the path of the Dove. That's never happened before. This is getting a little scary for me. Okay, Path of the Dove, of course, more major. I bet you it's going to be all majors, watch. Okay, not all majors. That would have been too much. That would have been like someone's playing a joke on me, right? So we got a couple of, it's more earth energy though. And even that though is really special. Look at this. It's a 5 and a 6. So it's kind of like you're in this energy, you're in this kind of spiritual zone. Anything that's wrong with the world, you're going to fix it. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to put the pressure on you, all right? But it's possible that you are really doing something that is going to affect the rest of us in a very big way. I feel like you are in some way leading us through the darkness to wholeness, to harmony. But I feel like this is also in your personal life. Okay, maybe there aren't these really lofty, kind of worldly aspirations to be a huge influence on the world itself, right? Maybe not. But what I see with the 5 and the 6 is that you don't want any kind of financial or physical worry. You don't want anything that is out of harmony. You don't want any disharmony in the world, and so you fix it. This is the card of what you don't want. This is the card of what you get. Right? And these are in the perfect, everything's in the perfect position. Even the Hierophant in the position of the environment. And that's kind of telling me that you're being some sort of a teacher or a prophet or a sage or an instructor to the world. At least maybe just in your small group, but maybe in the larger community as well. Yeah. It's really, really kind of nuts here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Make sure I shuffle it really good, just so if it is a major arcana card, I can't really say it was my fault, you know? Not that we would complain for a major arcana. Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not looking at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation at the end, okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. We're going to do it together. We're going to make it a group exercise, all right? Let's take a look around. We obviously all 8 major arcana cards. Gosh, that's wild. And then we've got 2 earth energies. So what are the elemental energies in our major arcana cards? Well, we have a lot of, we got some Jupiter energy here, which is really the success and the prosperity that you are creating. You're setting this wheel in motion by your spiritual efforts. Fire, 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 fire and earth to earth. So you're really taking all this spiritual energy and manifesting it into the earth, into your unique way of doing things, your unique perspective, your power card, your Virgo-ness, right? So I feel like you're really you're becoming the best version of yourself, the most powerful and potent you that you've ever been. And there's a lot of strength here. There's a lot of not putting up with any kind of BS. There's a lot of magic. There's a lot of direct energy. There's a lot of ambition, a lot of assertiveness. You're kind of you're taking control, and it's almost, you're one of those leaders, I feel like, that just, you don't want to hear it. You're kind of stern about it even. It's just you're leading this thing, and I don't want to hear another word out of you. And that to me, that feels really, really powerful. And then, of course, we've got the Sun card and the Hierophant card. And more earth energy here. And this tells me that this is not just a flash in the pan, that this is some success, prosperity, whether this is health and wealth, fitness, finances, if this is just the general kind of lifting your people out of suffering, right? I feel like it's something that is going to be sustained. It's not just a flash in the pan. It's not here today, gone tomorrow. It's something that's going to be long lasting. Yeah. This is really nice. I may have to talk to you privately if maybe I could borrow some money. I've never had a reading like this. I'm almost kind of dumbfounded by it. We already talked about the earth energy here, but let's start with the Hermit real quick. This again is your power card. This, I think, is you having your own unique way of doing things. And this is what makes you such a good leader. Right? That you're not trying to be a leader. That you have this kind of humbleness about you. Yeah. It's almost like you're not really that flashy. Right? It's just kind of what really shines about you is not the bling, it's not you're not just arrogant and loud and it's your soul, it's your energy, it's your aura. Right? And I think that you are an inspiration to others, and even though you may be a little bit self-deprecating, I feel like you don't want people to look at you in that kind of way. I think you make jokes about yourself a lot. Am I right? I feel like you try not to stand out in a crowd. You try not to really be noticed everywhere you go. Maybe you wear darker colors. Maybe you're not loud and boisterous. You're just you try to blend in. Very Taoist to me. It's almost monk-like, where you just want to be part of the environment, part of the whole. You're not looking to kind of push yourself to the very top of things or out into the foreground of things. But you have a very unique way of working, of solving problems, of manifesting your goals and your desires. Yeah. And what you're doing now with that devil energy, it's kind of a reluctant leader. It's like you started, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Forrest Gump, right? When he's running. He's just running. It's what he does. He's not trying to make a show of it. But before long, he's attracting followers. There's so many people that are just with him, and he's just I don't know why. I'm no one special. But he is. but other people really see it, but maybe he doesn't see it himself. Maybe you don't see it yourself, how special you really are and how much of this creative energy that you have. I feel like you are climbing a mountain. You are doing something significant for yourself, trying to get to the top of the mountain, right? Trying to succeed, trying to get some wealth and some prosperity, trying to follow your purpose, trying to alleviate suffering for yourself and your loved ones, trying to improve the quality of life. Very general purpose stuff. You probably have more specific details than that. Maybe like you got to get the car fixed. There's some stuff around the house that you want to replace or fix. That sort of thing. You want to maybe get the promotion at work or get the job that maybe has more room for advancement. Nothing crazy. Not like, you got to upgrade your private jet or something. But the thing is, you turn around and look behind you, and there are all these other people that just started following you, that are climbing up this mountain with you. And this may be a very off-putting thing. And I don't know if part of your work kind of puts you in the public eye a little bit, or if you're doing something that just kind of, it's almost like you're not the actor. You're like the, the lighting person or the sound person or someone behind the scenes that now has developed their own following. You didn't set out to be like a YouTube influencer or something. But what you're doing is attracting a lot of people because they value your wisdom. And it's almost as if you're kind of being turned into a celebrity in a certain kind of sense. I feel like you're a bit of a reluctant leader. I feel like you don't want it, though, especially with the Hierophant in the environment. I like that it rhymes. I kind of feel like you're trying to teach people how to do it for themselves. Don't follow me, right? Just go learn for yourself. Go do it for yourself, right? That's kind of what you're trying to teach people. You're trying to teach them to fish, not give them a fish, right? You certainly don't want them watching you fishing. I wonder, I kind of feel like you're a bit of an outdoors person, I feel like you like being alone in nature, and you like communing with nature. I feel like you get a lot of instruction from nature. I feel like you watch the birds, you watch the fish, you watch the squirrels and the animals and the trees and stuff, and I feel like you really learn from them. Like nature is the teacher here. This feels really, really strong, really good energy. This one. The Eon card, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, the Baptism by Fire, a Trial by Fire, right? I think you went through a very big event in your life. Maybe a series of events. I wonder if this was a series of, maybe like a series of losses, right? I don't feel like this was kind of just one thing, one event that was the turning point here. I feel like this was a life that was like a series of trials, a series of tests, and it really activated that hermit energy. It really allowed you to see and learn and discover what is truly important to you. It's not the bling, it's not the celebrity, it's not the typical things that people like, And I think that's why it's kind of, there's not a huge need for people around you, You're typically a solitary person, feels to me. Yeah. You like doing what you do, and not making a big fuss over yourself, right? I think there's been a lot of difficult times in your life. There's been a lot of joy, a lot of good times, a lot of friends, a lot of celebration, a lot of occasions for celebration. But you've been through some difficult things. Yeah, I almost wonder if you were in the military. I'm kind of getting a military vibe. I don't know if you were in the armed services. If you were, thank you for your service. I feel like there's something like that going on. Yeah, something that has kind of led you to this moment. And so it's like, yeah, they were difficult events, a series of events. But it's really helped to create who you are, because I get a sense of discipline. I get a sense of this humbleness. I get a sense of efficiency. But then also with this lust or strength card, I get a sense of creativity. I get a sense of confidence, of this belief in yourself, that you are creating the life that you want, and you don't need other people to see it. You don't need other people to be impressed by you, right? This is that confidence that kind of is really being cloaked by that hermit energy. Yeah. So I kind of feel like you're rather unassuming, but you are literally bursting with creativity and with ambition and with discipline. I think discipline is really a big thing for you. I think you, well, we've got this Tower card down here. Bursting with creativity. But I also think that you like things a certain way. And it's difficult to kind of adapt to things not going your way. Because I feel like you've cultivated a certain kind of life, a certain way of living your life and doing your things that's rather specific. And too much deviation from that kind of throws you off. I feel like you really like harmony. And we see that over here, right? Kind of deviating from it. Nope, you're going to restore the harmony. With this Tower card, I also feel like you like to burn incense. I don't know if you do smudging or like the Palo Santo sticks or some sort of incense, but it's something that you hold. I don't feel like it's just an incense stick that's off on the side of the room. I feel like it's very intentional, right? It's very specific. It's almost a ritual. I feel like you have rituals. Yeah. I think you maybe have like a ritual of meditation, a ritual of creativity. You probably read your tarot cards at a certain time in the morning. You know, in a certain place, you have your altar. I feel like it's very orderly and it's very humble. And to me, that's really, I can see why people are drawn to you. You know? Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. This is all good news. This is really something. This is a life of prosperity. Whatever kind of routine and ritual you have, it is expanding. You are building something that is really fantastic, really marvelous. I think it has a financial component. I think that you're always on the edge of a financial worry, you know, where it's always just like, the bills are going to get paid this month, but it's going to be a little tight. Because you're not looking for private jets and palaces and all this kind of stuff. But what you would like is a little bit less of the worry. Also, do you have some sort of turquoise jewelry? I don't know if it's a belt or if it's like a necklace kind of thing, but I see something silver with a lot of like turquoise stones in it. I don't know if that's yours, if that's from a family member, or if it's representing something for you. Okay. Spirit's also showing me a lot of keys on a keychain. Or, I don't know if there's a lot of keys on there, but it's like a big bunch of keys that you kind of take with you. And I don't know if they're just different like talismans on there. Like maybe you got the rabbit's foot, maybe you've got I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of different things on there. Like a kitty cat or a rabbit's foot or like a frog or just, like a bunch of different keychains, but only a few keys. Yeah. I feel like you also do something with plants, drying plants, pressing plants. I don't think so much pressing them. I think making bundles of herbs or plants, drying herbs and plants or something like that, right? I feel like that's part of your kind of daily, your daily ritual, you know. But the Wheel of Fortune, man. I think sometimes you feel like you've been on the bottom of the wheel, between the rubber and the road, but things are slowly and steadily getting back to the top. You're climbing up this mountain. And I think it's something that you always kind of figured you'd be doing solo. But I feel like you're attracting a lot of people. I'm still getting that feeling that there are people that are drawn to you. And it may be difficult adjusting to that. And that's kind of part of this tower that I feel here. Let's go the path of the serpent now. As we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Okay. The Sun card. Easing into this kind of the role of being, a star. I think this is, in some ways, some kind of unexpected popularity. Yeah. And I think you're learning how to shine that way. You're learning how to kind of embrace that and be okay with that and still maintain your sense of privacy and solitude and your own connection with spirit, with the world, with nature. But I think you're starting to realize that this is meant for you. This is part of your path. And you kind of have that reluctant leader, the reluctant teacher, the kind of the wise person that doesn't really accept pupils, you know, or reluctantly will accept a student, you know, and then put them to work, make them sweep the cabin or the cave or whatever, sweep the floor. I also feel like you do have a ring. I said something about a ring. I feel like you do have a ring. I don't feel like it's yours, and I don't know that you wear it, or if you do, it's more of a sentimental thing than it is like a fashion thing. It could be maybe it's a wedding ring. It doesn't look like a wedding ring though, right? So I don't know if it's yours. Someone maybe gave it to you, or it was something that you had. Maybe it's something that you found. But it's something that I don't think it was intentionally like presented to you as a gift or as an offering, and I don't think it's something you bought yourself. It's something that you either found, or it was like passed to you, or it was just kind of there, wherever you are. Something like that, though. Yeah, a ring. Anyway, the Sun card, very creative. Yeah. Very creative, but doesn't really make a show of that creativity. But I think it's starting to happen more, especially as this Wheel of Fortune starts to progress. Your path is becoming more clear. And you're starting to realize that there are things meant for you in this life that maybe we didn't really expect. Maybe we didn't really think were meant for us. But we're learning to slowly incorporate different things. Slowly incorporate this kind of following that you're building, you know. And it's not like you're not ready to just full on embrace it, you know. It's something that you're very, very set in your ways, but slowly we're getting used to this new energy. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you go a long time without talking. Yeah, is that right? Or was there a delay in talking, like when you were younger? Spirit's telling me something about not talking. Maybe it's meant for me to stop talking. I feel like there are long periods of silence for you. And I feel like you like that. You know. All right. Hierophant is next. It's in the position of the environment. It could be that you live on or near farms or farmland. I feel that there is a strong connection from the earth. It could be an indication that you do a lot of gardening, but I feel like it's more than just, like gardening. I feel like you have a connection with land, with like, there's vegetables, but there's also animals, and it's like, kind of like a ranch or a farm kind of situation for you, right? If that's not where you live now, that's maybe where you were raised or what you aspire to in the future. Is that kind of a ranch kind of thing? I feel like you are very much a fan of practical wisdom. I think you like learning things that can get things done. You like knowing how to do things. I'm getting the impression that you're good at fixing things. Like you don't have any like official training, but if something's broken, something needs replacing, like around the house or around the ranch, right? If the fence needs mending, you're out there mending it. You don't really know what you're doing, you're learning. And, well, thank goodness for YouTube, right, where we can kind of learn these skills on the fly. And I feel like that's really something that you like to devote your time to. And that really extends to the 5 and 6 of Pentacles, too. You don't like things being broken, being in any kind of disarray or disharmony. Now, when I say disarray, I don't feel like you're a neat freak. I don't feel like you're a minimalist. I feel like you like to have things. What my grandmother used to say, she likes a house that feels lived in, right? It doesn't have to be pristine and everything in a certain place and no one can touch anything. She likes the home to feel like a home, to feel lived in. Yeah. And I feel that's kind of your energy too. So when we say disarray, we mean things that are broken, things that are left unfinished, things that are in need of attention, things that are in need of being brought back to harmony. And that's what you like to do. Yeah. Who in your life has the really distinct laugh? I don't know if maybe it's an inside joke, but there's something about a kind of a unique laugh that someone has. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else, maybe it's a joke, maybe it's like an exaggerated kind of laughter. But I feel like laughter is something that you need more of. Yeah. Yeah. Spirit's telling me to ask about the laugh. Okay. So I really like the 5 and the 6 of Pentacles. I think these are wonderful energies. And the 6 of Pentacles really is the harmony that you want in your life. You don't want anything to be out of balance, right? You don't want anything to be like off-centered. And so with all of this creative energy and this progress that you're making, whatever this endeavor is, whatever this mountain is that you're climbing, I feel like it's kind of a gradual thing, because too much success or fame or celebrity or whatever, or money, right, all at once throws you off balance. So you're trying to ease into it. It's going to be so successful for you. It could be private jets and island vacations or whatever if you really wanted it to be. It could be like, fancy cars and fancy dinners, but that's not you. All right, that's not you. Maybe that's something you're going to ease into a little bit, right? There's a friendship that you have right now. There's some tension there. I don't know who that friend is, but there's something, I think it's a J name. Maybe a J and an A name. I feel like there's 2 A's somewhere. But there's some kind of strain. There's some kind of tension in that relationship. That relationship needs more laughter. Yeah, I think so. Let's look at the mystery card now. God, I love this reading very much. I haven't seen this before. It kind of gives me the chills, just all of this major arcana. But you know what? The major arcana is all very active major arcana. And I think, similar to the last couple of readings that we've had for you, Virgo, we need more water energy here. We got to let some love in. We've got to let some beauty, some pleasure. Maybe it's like a treat yourself kind of day. Maybe we need some water here. If you have a prediction for this mystery card, put it down in the comments. I'm going to say water energy. Okay, water energy. Or the Empress. Yeah, let's see what we have. Well, we've got a Page of Pentacles. This is like a princess of discs, right, in the Thoth deck. And this is, I think, someone that appreciates the little things in life. I think that ring that I'm talking about that you have, I think it's something that you found just in the dirt somewhere at the park or in a field. And those kinds of things mean more to you than the private jets and the chauffeured limousines and the fancy dinners. You like those things that are just kind of come out of the earth, that are just kind of like found objects. I wonder if you even do like found object art or something like that. a really strong kind of nature connection with you. That maybe is what you're turning into a business or something like that, and it's really taking off, something like that. But this is the energy that can appreciate the little things, that can find a world of life and a world of interest in the simplest things, right? Watching a squirrel eat a peanut, it can be just the most heartwarming spiritual experience that you've ever had. It's the little things. You're finding divinity all over the place, underneath a stone, And this is kind of a reminder to stay in that energy. Keep doing that. Don't lose that. Even as this business or this work or this endeavor, whatever this project is that's taking off, that you're getting recognized for, don't lose the ability to see the beauty and magic in those little things. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link. That should be up here. If not, there's one down in the video description. New readings for Virgo every Tuesday and Saturday, but I'm here every day. You can come back and see me again tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay? Let me know what resonates with you. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.